Let's turn our attention now to the U.S. Kamala Harris has given a major speech in Washington, D.C., calling the upcoming election a choice between freedom and chaos. However, the speech risked being overshadowed after footage emerged of President Joe Biden appearing to call Trump supporters garbage. The White House says he was referring to hateful rhetoric used against Puerto Ricans at that Trump rally on Sunday, but Republicans and Trump's campaign have condemned the president.
Donald Trump has no character. He doesn't give a damn about the Latino community. He's failed businessman. He only cares about the billionaire friends he has and accumulating wealth for those at the top. He says immigrants are poisoning the blood of our country. Give me a break. He wants to do away with the birthright citizenship. Who the hell has said that in the last 100 years? And just the other day, a speaker at his rally called Puerto Rico a floating island of garbage. Well, let me tell you something. I don't know the Puerto Rican that I know, or Puerto Rico, where I'm in my home state of Delaware. They're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters. His demonization of Latinos is unconscionable, and it's un-American. It's totally contrary to everything we've done.
All right, let's cross over to CBS News correspondent Jared Hill for more on this. Jared, good to have you on the program. How damaging is President Biden's reference to garbage and the Republicans?
That's yet to be seen. I think one of the things that we do know is that the Trump campaign, as well as Republicans, are trying to liken this to when Hillary Clinton called Trump supporters a basket of deplorables. Will this stick? Will this have an actual impact on the presidential race? Again, we don't quite know yet. We do know that yesterday, Vice President Kamala Harris, in her address to tens of thousands of people in Washington, D.C., in front of the White House, didn't make any mention to this or specifically to the commentary made at that Trump rally. But we'll have to wait and see if this is anything that turns off some of those soft Republican voters that she has been courting.
What are some of the highlights from what is being called that final closing speech of Kamala Harris that we heard?
Yes, I mean, at this point, if you watched a decent amount of her speeches, this was pretty similar to what we've been hearing in recent days, beginning with her argument that former President Trump is unfit to be in the White House for a myriad of reasons. She says, one, because she believes that he doesn't have the temperament, but then also she says that he would be distracted going after, as she called it, his list of enemies, while she says that she would have a list of things that she wants to get done for the country. And then also circling back to not just talk about former President Trump, but to talk about some of her plans, in particular for the economy, in particular for the American middle class, which has been a place that she's really been focusing. And then on top of that, hitting on another big topic for her campaign for Democrats this cycle, and that is in relation to abortion rights and reproductive rights for women.
All right, we'll have to leave it there, Jared, but thanks very much for joining us with those inputs. And as we've been saying, the polls are indeed very tight. If we look at the national polls for the candidates rather than the individual points, well, you see Vice President Kamala Harris's early lead down to about a single point. But the candidates' share of the national vote will not decide the winner. Looking at the battleground states, that could be decisive in this election, of course. Donald Trump is ahead in North Carolina, Arizona, and Georgia. And you can see them at the bottom of the screen there, but only by between 1 and 2 points. The other battlegrounds are even tighter. None of the leads that we're seeing are bigger than the margins of error that come with polls. So still, everything is there to play for.